earlier than expected. Some were here by 7:30, others 8 o'clock, 8:30, and at least we are here on time. Welcome to the GRIC Annual Forum 2025, catalyzing innovation through partnership, transforming research into scalable solutions for industry and society. I am Ibrahim Kwame Asante with the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR Ghana, and I am your humble servant today as your moderator, your host. We do not expect any emergencies. Should there be any emergency, it's for real. So if you hear an alarm, let's all run to the car park. We do have fire marshal trained and also first aiders amongst us. So should anyone need first aid, kindly draw our attention to it and we will support that person. For those of us who haven't registered, please kindly do so that you can get your tag. A brief about this whole GRIC Annual Forum. The Ghana Research and Industry Collaborative GRIC Annual Forum is a flagship event that brings together stakeholders from academia, research, industry, government, civil society, and international development to foster collaboration and drive sustainable innovation. This year's theme, catalyzing innovation through partnerships, transformation, research into scalable solutions for industry and society, reflects the need for a strategic approach to bridging the gap between research and industry. Building on the success of the 2023 and 2024 editions and ongoing ecosystem level initiatives, the 2025 forum today will focus on strengthening Ghana's research, innovation, and technology ecosystem. It is supposed to provide a platform for dialogue, knowledge sharing, and actionable collaboration through plenary sessions, keynote address, and presentation, and an interactive workshop. Participants will gain or are expected to gain insights into best practices. Please, ushers, when you're ushering people in, kindly ask them to come in front so that those who come late do not distract the process. Thank you very much. Yes, as I was saying, participants will gain or are expected to gain insights into best practices for research, commercialization, technology transfer, and policy alignment, all geared towards achieving sustainable economic growth. A highlight of this year's forum is the introduction of the curated mini exhibition designed to complement GRIC's ongoing research commercialization agendas. The exhibition shows or will show prototypes, technologies, and projects from selected universities, research institutions, startups, innovation hubs, and industry players. Running alongside this forum session, the exhibition will provide a practical space for participants to engage directly with innovators, explore tangible solutions, and identify pathways for scaling them into market-ready products. This initiative not only increases the visibility of Ghana's research and innovation output, but also bridges the gap between innovators, policymakers, funders, and industry leaders, reinforcing the forum's role as a catalyst for participation or partnership and commercialization. Now, as we are all aware, there are four main objectives for this forum. One is to foster collaboration across sectors, including research, industry, government, and international development, to support and enhance research uptake and foster innovation. The other is to highlight successful case studies and ongoing projects that exemplify effective research industry collaboration, emphasizing its role in commercialization, technology transfer, and policy alignment. The third is to secure commitment for diversified funding models that support the entire life cycle of research and innovation or innovation projects from the early stage development to commercialization. And the last but not the least objective is to update the collaborative action plan for 2026. I'm sure all of us here fall within the category of researchers, academics from universities and research institutions, industry professionals, startups, inventors, entrepreneurs, government officials, policymakers, community and civil society leaders, funders, and international partners, as well as innovators, students, and young professionals. Can we have one microphone passed around, a loose microphone, so that we can quickly have a short introduction? We get to know who is in the room, just your name and your organization. And please, let's learn this clap. When I say an atama, we go one clap. So please join me. Let's have one atama. Atama. Brilliant. So we clap for the person when they introduce themselves. And it's very important because, for all you know, that is the first clap he or she is getting this year. So, lady, or should I lead by example? Ibrahim Kwame Asante, I work with the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. Atama.
My name is Jifa Ej. I work with Design Thinking Ghana Hub.
Atama. Good.
I'm Edna Sekina Samwa from Design Thinking Ghana Hub.
Atama.
My name is Frank Kwekuba. I work with Prudent Insurance Brokers.
Atama. If you like to stand and introduce yourself, please feel free.
Okay. My name is Abdulaziz Adams. I work with Prudent Insurance Brokers.
You work with?
Prudent Insurance Brokers.
Please say it so that people can sign up. Atama. Pass on to the next.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Daina Ntewusu from CSIR Stepri.
Atama. Stepri is the Science and Technology Policy Research Institute. CSIR has 13 different institutes. So she's with Stepri, Science and Technology Policy Research.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lillian Domeying, Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry.
Atama.
My name is Charles Amankwa Ajim from Oil Palm Research Institute.
Atama. Who is helping me with the mic? Aha, thank you, sir. In front? Or?
My name is Abna Enim Dankwa from the Burhamon Research Center.
Atama.
Hi, everyone. My name is Divine Dogbeda Azuma. I'm with One Testy Ventures.
Atama. When you said Azuma, the boxer came to mind.
Morning. My name is Thomas Kwame. I'm with Very Verdant Agribusiness.
Atama. Thomas Kwame. Sir, is it Thomas Kwame? My middle name is Kwame.
Good morning. My name is Samuel Ochere from Savannah Impact Advisory.
Atama.
I'm Joanna Hammond, also with Savannah Impact Advisory.
Atama. That's my colleague judge at KIC.
I'm Mildred Kunsen, also from Savannah Impact Advisory.
Atama.
Good morning. My name is John Defo. I work with Association of Ghana Industries. Thank you.
Atama. Great. So we have AGI here.
Good morning. My name is Richard Oko, founder and president of the National Beekeepers Association.
Atama. So we have a lot of honey.
Hi, I'm Alate from Impact Investing Ghana.
The boss lady. Atama.
Good morning. My name is Nana Boatsen, and I work with Ghana Atomic Energy Commission.
My brother from another mother. Atama.
I'm Ernest Asamoah with GRIC.
The prof, the chair. Atama.
Good morning, everyone. I bring greetings from Nigeria. My name is Kingsley Godwin. I'm the Impact Investing Foundation, Nigeria Impact Investing Research Industry Collaborative. Thank you.
Atama.
Good morning. My name is Daniel Sechi Esiedu with the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations.
Atama.
Francis Kobia is my name, and the organization is GRIC Africa. It's a climate change and agriculture organization.
Atama?
My name is Theophilus Techimesa. I work with the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations.
Atama?
I'm Sheena Boateng with the Institute of Applied Science and Technology, University of Ghana.
Atama?
Good morning. This is Camillus Charles from Upper Class Renewable Energy. Thank you.
I didn't catch the last
Upper Class Renewable Energy.
Atama?
I'm Edem Tonyi with Vis Africa Technologies Limited.
Atama?
And I'm Felicia Chumese from Home Foods.
Atama?
Good morning. My name is Elizabeth Amankwa with the Ministry of Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations.
Atama? We will leave no one behind, so don't worry.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Patrick Oguma from Nigeria Federal Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology.
Atama? So we have two dignitaries from Nigeria.
My name is James Dakwa. I work with the CSIR College of Science and Technology Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship.
Prof himself. Atama? When you hear them saying it without titles, then you know.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
My name is Pamela Ayoke from Nigeria. I work with Impact Investors Foundation, specifically with the Nigerian Impact Investing Research and Industry Collaborate.
Atama? So first lady from Nigeria.
Hello, good morning. My name is Fatima Adams and I'm with Bolingo Consult.
Atama?
Good morning. My name is Yinka Deumi. I work with the Innovation and Technology Management Office, University of Lagos, Nigeria.
Atama? So two ladies from Nigeria, two gentlemen from Nigeria.
Good morning. My name is Justina Mensah. I work with Impact Investing Ghana.
Atama?
Sorry, I'm holding many devices. Hi, I'm Josephine Brown with Impact Investing Ghana.
Atama? We can tell you are the comms, social media.
Hello, my name is Joshua Milano with the Business and Financial Times, Ghana.
Atama? Yourself?
Well, so my name is Benedict Yuksa. I work with IIGH.
Atama? Fantastic. After introducing ourselves, what are the outcomes we are expecting from today? We are expecting to establish new partnerships and strengthen existing ones to create a cohesive ecosystem for research and innovation. So please network. We also are expecting to secure commitments from industry leaders, government and international organizations to support research and innovation projects, highlighting the tangible benefits of collaboration. We also want to introduce and institutionalize the mini exhibition as a platform that advances GRIC's research commercialization agenda, increasing visibility of commercialization-ready innovations and fostering connections with potential funders and adopters. We also want to update the GRIC Collaborative Action Plan as a practical framework for promoting effective collaboration and establishing strategic partnerships in research and innovation. The plan for today is to have some opening remarks from the GRIC Steering Committee member and CEO that will be followed by the chair of the GRIC Steering Committee opening remarks, then the director of British Council, after which we will have the Science and Technology Network Manager, Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, and then the Director of Research, Statistics and Information Management, Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology. Then we will have a video presentation, a case study from lab to market, stories of innovation, impact, and commercialization. The plenary session will then kick in with unlocking Ghana's innovation potential, policy alignment, and enabling environment for research commercialization. The keynote address there will be given by none other than the senior partner of A, B, and David. We are expecting panelists from the Ministry of Environment, Science, and Technology, panelists from the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness, and Industry, from the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology, and Innovations, and the Association of Ghana Industries, as well as the lead of GRIC Secretariat and Senior Research and Policy, to discuss extensively the subject matter. And that panel will be moderated by a research scientist from the CSIR STEPRI in the person of Dr. Diana Inteusu. We will have a health break, group photograph, and then lead on to the next presentation by Dr. Z, the technical advisor for Research Ecosystem Strengthening, RISA Fund, and Manager, Center for Global Finance, SOAS, University of London. He'll be speaking the same language. That is communicating research for partnerships, updates, and impact. We will then move swiftly to take on or listen to the keynote presentation from the CEO of Savannah Impact Advisory, which will be followed by a panel session discussing catalyzing early stage financing for research commercialization. And the panel will consist of GRIC Secretariat, SAITEC, GB Hubs Ghana, GB Hubs Africa, Nigeria Impact Investing Research Industry Collaborative, as well as the Institute of Applied Science and Technology from the University of Ghana. We'll be having the country technical lead of RISA Fund, Gameli Ajaho, moderating that panel, or that panel session. In the afternoon from 1:38 to 2:38, we will have breakout session, which will be facilitated by GRIC Secretariat Lead and Senior Research and Policy Officer, Julius Lamte. And we'll be looking at the Collaborative Action Plan 2026. It will be a 1-hour breakout session, which will be followed by a panel session, Pathways for Strategic Engagement, Building a Community of Action Around Research Commercialization in Ghana. And on that panel will be the CEO of CSIR Technology Development and Transfer Center, the Vice Chancellors of Technical Universities in Ghana will have a representative there. We will also have University of Ghana Business School representing over there. We aim at finishing by 4:30, and we will endeavor to do so. So without wasting much time, shall we, with a round of applause, invite the GRIC Steering Committee member and CEO of IIGH, Amalate, to deliver their opening remarks.
Thank you, Ibrahim. It's such a pleasure to be here this morning with many, many friends in the room, partners from international development, institutions of higher learning, applied research institutions, innovators, entrepreneurs, friends from Ghana, and we're so delighted to have friends from Nigeria, from the Impact Investors Foundation, the Federal Ministry, the university, and we really look forward to learning from you and collaborating with you. So it's a great pleasure to welcome you one more time to the 3rd edition of the annual Ghana Research and Industry Collaborative Forum, or the GRIC Forum. Impact Investing Ghana works to increase the volume of funding available for businesses that can provide both a good profit and impact. And we also work to increase the number of businesses and the quality of businesses that can absorb the funding and deliver the financial return and the impact. So you'll ask yourself, what are we doing hosting the Secretariat of a Research Industry Collaborative? And it's been a great privilege over the last 3 years to host this Secretariat. And this happened because our 2021 report that identified the gaps in the country and the opportunities that were preventing the flow of money, identified inadequate connections between research and industry for taking innovation and breakthrough findings from labs into businesses as one of those constraints. So since then, we've been delighted to see the hard work and progress across all the individual institutions that are collaborating within GRIC. And many of these efforts started years before GRIC was formed. So congratulations to you all for your efforts undertaking needs-based research, connecting with businesses through trainings and other forums that you host, pushing research uptake, many times without charging or without any financial benefit. And congratulations to those of you who have collaborated in GRIC to translate your research into industry-friendly formats, into PowerPoints, infographics, one-pagers. There are over 100 of these research works now, and so thank you for taking the extra effort to do this. Thank you to those who've connected to businesses through one of our industry briefings that have shared innovative research with businesses and other potential users. We've had since we started these industry briefings, over 12 of them happening and over 200 businesses and others expressing interest in uptaking research. And congratulations to those who have charted the path already. I see colleagues from CSIR who've been doing so much in technology transfer over the years. And in the intros I heard one Testy Ventures Enterprises. That's an innovative aquaculture technology that has been through consulting and supporting fish farmers across Ghana. Today is a day to showcase, to celebrate, to take stock, but also to we have a long way to go. I think somebody disconnected the mic, but we'll continue. We still have a long way to go. We need to be able to create an engine that enables any researcher in any applied research institution or higher education institution that has a research that is commercially viable to receive all the support they need, from IP protection, consulting services, to negotiate deals, fair deals that are fair to the business and to the researcher, and for us to be able to see commercialization and innovation happening not in spite of challenges, but happening because all the enabling environment that is
recording in progress.
Happening because all the enabling environment that is needed for this innovation to be commercialized is there. And we trust that the conversations that we'll have this morning will take us close to that future. So welcome to the GRIC Forum. I look forward to learning, interacting, networking. Thank you.
And that was Amalati, the CEO of IIGH. Next agenda is the chair of GRIC Steering Committee. Please help me welcome upstage Professor Ernest Ofori Asamoah.
Thank you. It's a great delight to see representatives from governments, this time not only from Ghana, but from our a country in Nigeria, and let me welcome you especially for that. And also reps from academia, research institutions, captains of industries, entrepreneurs, and partners, which we have been working with for the past 3-4 years. It's great delight having you once again. On behalf of the GRIC Steering Committee basically is the governance of GRIC Committee. I wish to extend my sincere appreciation for honoring our invitation and probably bringing the morning dew and finding yourself here. I know Accra traffic in the morning is not easy, but finding yourself here. We are having this forum, which is the third, on the theme, catalyzing innovation through partnership, transforming research into scalable solutions for industry and society. And I think this theme is very necessary because in terms of where we find ourselves as a continent and for that matter as a country, there's need for us to collaborate where we have researchers speaking to industry and industry speaking to researchers to bring about innovation and also to use that to create businesses, create jobs, and reduce a myriad of challenges that we have in the continent. This forum really serves one of the weakest links, which is between research and industry uptake. We seek not to replace existing efforts, but we rather contribute to building a stronger ecosystem in partnership with stakeholders across academia, industry, government, and development partners. Over the past 3 years, GRIC has steadily positioned itself not as a convener or facilitator for various initiatives. And I want to share with you a few of them, probably for friends who are probably the first time. Our forum, which is the GRIC Annual Forum, is a flagship of our platform for dialogue and for collaboration. So I'm sure you'll make not less than 3 friends today in terms of collaboration, not just saying hi, but discussing beyond hi to business. And probably not just this research has been done, but so what businesses can we have out of it? What new innovations can we have out of this? So this is one of our flagship programs. We also have the industry brief session, which package research in a format that industry understands. So far, we've done 11 of them, 11 industry sessions, and we've had over 600 people getting insights into various research, and of course, industry also providing what they need. And this will continue because researchers speak big English. Sometimes some of the grammar, you have to call them to come and tell, what did you mean? Although it's in English, it's ABCD, but they have to tell us what it means for those of us in industry understand. Other way around, the industry also look at numbers. And the researchers think that we have to speak more English to make the numbers rare. So these two guys need to come together. And in the industry brief session, we do that. And I urge you to always take advantage of that. We've also developed a user-friendly database. So it showcases a lot of innovation, some of the research which have been done. You go to the industry, you go to the database, and you probably what you want to do, you can find a research that speaks to it, some of the questions that you have, and the other way around. The forum also, the GRIC Forum also provides advisory support to strengthen technology transfer and commercialization. And this year, beginning last year, we've been very big on that, trying to move from that technology transfer and commercialization, if there is. So we are looking at the various pathways to commercialization. All these things that we do to align and support government programs and policies in Ghana and Africa. So probably for my friends in Ghana, You might have you know the 24-hour economy, and you may be thinking, how does GRIC comes in this? We don't provide money directly, but we sustain productivity through competitiveness, and we do this by linking research and industry to generate innovation that underpins transformation. There's emphasis on TVET and industrialization, and research and industry can also bring in technologies and skills that are relevant to industry. There's the policy of science, technology, and innovation, STI policy, and GRIC mandate will strengthen linkages between academia, research, and industry in that order. And all these things we do to make Africa and Ghana better for all of us by research and industry communicate. On behalf of the steering committee, I want to thank you once again for making it to this and being a partner. And we thank you and appreciate your continuous support. Thank you.
Let me thank you, standing for the MC. Thank you very much once again, Prof. We will call upon Jamie Proctor. He heads the West Africa Research and Innovation Hub for FCDO. And FCDO has been a key partner with us on this journey of research and innovation commercialization. So Jamie, your opening remarks. Let's welcome him with a round of applause.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much for having me here today. It's great to see such an inspired and important group of people coming together to discuss these topics. I guess just before I dive in, I wanted to note that the key reason for the UK-Ghana partnership in this area is economic growth. That is what both governments want to see from science, tech, innovation, R&D, etc. And so this really is at the forefront of making sure that that partnership on research, universities, science, tech, and innovation really delivers on that economic growth that both countries want to see. So, coming out of that, for today, commercialization is one of the key levers. It's not the only lever, but it's one of the levers that we have to ensure that R&D spend turns into that growth agenda. Now, what I would really encourage as you're thinking this through is to really think about getting to real-world examples of where money has been flowing and R&D is commercialized. I think for too often in this space, and this isn't just Ghana, this is kind of UK, US, moreover, to talk about big numbers of things happening, big numbers of research papers, big numbers of workshops, big numbers of studies. But actually, what we need to do is to see small numbers of successful commercialization. And it's really hard to do. I don't think there are many good examples that exist in the region. And it is a step change that we're going to need to get to over time. But I really would like for everybody to be thinking about SEDIs flowing as a real measure of success rather than inputs and things done. I'm really pleased IIGH are hosting today, and a big thank you to IIGH, but the way that they have taken and looked at leveraging finance, that is a similar kind of view of money flowing into spaces that I think we need to say. Now, that brings me on to my final point, which is the National Research Fund. Now, I firstly just wanted to say a big congratulations to everyone here involved in establishing and then operationalizing the National Research Fund. Round of applause for that. Yeah. and my mic off whilst I was clapping. And within that also, can we also just have a round of applause also for Cephas, who I just saw on the way in here, who really has been the trailblazer for establishing that research fund. I think with that research fund, we have an opportunity to understand how commercialization happens from the start. My key takeaway, I was speaking this week to my colleagues in the UK who run research commercialization domestically in the UK, and their key point is that this doesn't happen as an afterthought. Almost all of the successful research commercialization is where there are projects or research things that are embarked upon that are deliberately commercial. And so that's where a company comes and says, I'll put money in because I need to work out this thing or discover this thing to deliver something, and I'll do it in partnership with you, and you set IP agendas and you do it from the beginning. But it's not an afterthought. Most research published doesn't have commercial value. And that is fine. It has a lot of value to the world, and it builds on things that then create commercial value. But we've got to avoid trying to go and turn everything that exists and has value into commercialization. So yes, I think the research fund has the real opportunity to do that and to think that through and to make sure things that are funded have that commercialization value on the end of it. So I'd really like for that to be part of the thinking today. And then once we have examples of success, I can't tell you how quickly it will be for others to pile in to those opportunities when they come, because it's what everybody is after, but we just need a small number of examples of success that we can then swing behind. And when I say we, I mean everybody working across the space, both domestic, international partners, development partners, others, and private sector obviously being the key part within that of the commercial value. At the UK, we are supporting this work through a number of channels, and our real aim is to be able to swing the different areas of support that we have behind the National Research Fund and behind Ghana domestically driven research. I will just note a few. For the Research Fund, we have been supporting through the Science Granting Council initiative, which has been a 10 plus years, a long-term investment in helping governments think through science granting across the continent. And then also Sankori, which has been a mechanism to support the science tech innovation ecosystem, specifically in Ghana and Nigeria over the last year or so. And yes, with that, this is a RISER-funded event, so thank you to RISER. That's our final channel. Research, yes. I always get the acronym wrong. I always want to say Research Innovation System, Systems for Africa. Okay, so I got it right. So Gamli, thank you. And thank you all for giving up your time to be here today. I know it's a big ask, but this is an important conversation. I'm hoping to be here for a bit now, and then I'm hoping to come back later. I'm really looking forward to hearing how the conversations go. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jamie. Hello. Yeah. I think he deserves another round of applause. And the key takeaway from his opening remarks was economic growth, R&D commercialization, the big numbers in papers, workshops, and studies. But most importantly, as he said, we need to see the small numbers of success. We move swiftly to the next remark from the Director of Research, Statistics and Information Management from the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology, MEST of the Republic of Ghana, Reverend Dr. Cephas Ejay Mensah.
Distinguished guests, hearing present, ladies and gentlemen. The Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology is pleased to be associated once again with the Ghana Research and Industry Collaborative annual forum here at the British Council. We extend heartfelt gratitude to Impact Investing Ghana for their invaluable partnership, as well as the FCDO, Jamie and his team, the Research and Innovation Systems for Africa, RISA, and also for other people who are here but present for their unwavering support in this particular agenda. Again, we also want to extend appreciation to other partners here gathered over here for being an integral part of this very exercise and their efforts in advancing science, technology, and innovation. It is gratifying to see quite a varied mix of expertise over here, and also very familiar faces here present in this particular auditorium. And therefore, the theme for this very important meeting over here speaks volume, catalyzing innovation through partnership, transforming research into scalable solutions for industry and society. Is quite appropriate in terms of our shared commitment and partnerships as partners in progress and nation building. Ladies and gentlemen, the transformative power of science, technology, and innovation in deriving economic growth and global competitiveness cannot be overstated. We have seen the potential impact on sectors such as health, education, and agriculture, among others. Realizing the full potential of STI requires the transition of research and innovation outcomes to markets, and therefore research commercialization, which is key to our gathering over here. As the ministry responsible for environment, science, and technology, innovation is integral to our commitment in advancing STI in Ghana. And this is exemplified by the review of the ongoing National Science and Technology Policy. This policy, which is driven by fundamental objectives, aim at fostering a comprehensive advancement in scientific and technological capabilities. It endeavors to facilitate the mastering of these capabilities among a critical mass of individuals from various institutions, and therefore the policy provides a robust framework for collaborative efforts among various institutions in developing science, technology, and innovation. Furthermore, it focuses on creating conducive conditions for the enhancements of scientific technological infrastructure, promoting research, and developing and fostering innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, early in the year, May specifically in this very same auditorium, the ministry launched the biannual Environment, Science, and Technology Forum, which is a flagship program of our very late Honorable Minister, Honorable Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed, may he so rest perfectly. The minister saw the need, having gone around our various institutions, CSR, the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission, many of you, the need for people to want to bring together research, to bring together academia, and to bring together industry as partners to champion so that we can be able to tap or harness the potential within this particular ecosystem. And in May, we launch the event here at the British Council, which the hope that coming September, specifically from the 15th to the 6th to the 19th of September, we'll have the main event, which is coming on. And I must say that this time is in partnership with the Association of Ghana Industry, so that we have them on board to be able to launch a very effective program. The objective is clear: science, technology, and innovation for social and economic transformation. And that is key to what the ministry and the minister intend to champion. We are doing this because not long ago as well, in June this year, His Excellency the President also happened to officially open the African Research Initiative for Scientific Excellence program, which was championed by the Academy of Arts and Sciences, African Academy of Arts and Sciences. In that particular forum, we brought almost the entire Africa and even across the world to this place at the Accra International Conference Center. President opened the conference, and the Vice President closed the conference. At that particular conference, we had what we call the Accra Declaration, which serves as a blueprint on how research and innovation will be able to drive our economic growth, especially in areas of research commercialization, which is key to our national development. And so the ministry, as well as government, recognizes that we acknowledge the issues relating to funding and investment gaps, unclear commercialization pathways, policy and regulatory uncertainties, knowledge and technical skills gaps, technology platform deficiencies, procedural gaps, scaling obstacles, new market access, and barriers for local, international, and cultural resistance continue to push challenges in our drive to place STI at the center of socioeconomic development. Aligned to the interventions which I've mentioned earlier on, it is also gratifying to know this same September, parallel to the BEST Forum, we'll be hosting the Science Granting Council Initiative Annual Forum here at the Labadi Beach Hotel, where we bring almost everybody across the world to converge at the Accra International Conference Center to look at the achievements that we have been able to chalk in the last 10 years of the Science Granting Council Initiative, and also to aligning key national, regional, and global documents such as the Science, Technology, and Innovation Strategy for Africa 2034, the SDGs, and quite a number of frameworks here in Accra. It is important to mention that in the forum, Arise Forum that was held in June, His Excellency the President tasked the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology to immediately come out with a policy on commercialization and research. And we are aware that through Sankore, there has been some initiative to look at some research audits within the West African ecosystem. And so for us as a ministry, we are very, very much particular about issues of alignment, about issues of looking at the things that are existing within the ecosystem, having had the Ghana National Research Fund, MES, and ourselves, the Research Fund, working towards that particular transition to ensure that we are not going to lose anything, but then we move forward in a manner that will enable governments to work in our institutions with our partners, impact investing, and some other private sector players within the science, technology, and innovation fields continue to do. The Ghana National Research Fund is a commitment by government to showcase that, yes, indeed, we are ready to be able to invest in research so that as many people can get access to financing to be able to drive research. This was made clear when His Excellency the President committed an amount of $1 million to the African Research Initiative for Scientific Excellence Program as government's support to the Arise program in driving that particular initiative. And I think this is quite laudable. It is therefore on this note that we welcome the Ghana Research and Industry Collaborative Forum as a platform to assist in addressing some of these challenges through constructive engagement, sharing of ideas and expertise in various areas. We commit to taking very seriously the issues arising out of this forum by ensuring implementation in collaboration with all relevant stakeholders. We are particularly encouraged to reach out to the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology to ensure policy alignment, This is very, very dear to the ministry, to ensure policy alignment and to ascertain that the direct government investment in ICI. Through this, we are better positioned to address challenges together, thereby avoiding overlaps, duplications of programs, resource dissipation, with a drive to achieve together as partners. We have no doubt that today's discourse will further propel our forward march and collective goal towards scalable solutions for industry and society. On this note, I thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Reverend Dr. Cephas J. Mensah. Another round of applause for him, please. And as he said, the objective is clear: science, technology, and innovation for social and economic transformation. He also spoke about the Accra Declaration 7 as a blueprint, and also expanded on the best forum and what it will encompass this month. I think it is fair and proper for us to all stand for a 1 minute silent prayer for our Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, who unfortunately passed with the 8 heroes at this point in time. Amen. Thank you. May all their souls rest in perfect peace with the Lord. It is now time for us to have a video presentation on case studies from lab to market, stories of innovation, impact, and commercialization. Our IT guys.
In Ghana, innovation is happening every day in lab, farms, and factories. But too often, these breakthroughs remain on tap. Ghana Research and Industry Collaborative, GRIC, is bridging the gap between research and industry to turn promising ideas into real-world impact. Too many businesses are flying blind. Limited research and development mean critical decisions are based on guesswork. Meanwhile, researchers with solutions face funding gap, limited partnership, and stalled commercialization. GRIC's mission is clear: connect research and industry, catalyze partnership, and unlock innovations that can transform Ghana's economy and society. Here are 3 groundbreaking innovations at various stages of commercialization, each with the potential to scale, attract investment, and deliver impact. An edible pesticide that offers maximum pest control without harmful side effects. Safe for crops, safe for consumers, and a game changer for sustainable agriculture.
It started as a student project in the University of Cape Coast with my supervisor, Professor Samuel Kofitu Lashe, and my team, Simon Etonam Piliche, and then Agnes Joy Ayi. The goal was to address a pressing need in the agricultural sector for farmers to control pests and diseases. Over the past decades, farmers in Ghana have been heavily reliant on synthetic agrochemicals to control pests and diseases and to grow their crops. However, the use of these synthetic agrochemicals are toxic to our health, the environment, and that of non-target organisms. And that was the reason why we decided to take it upon ourselves to find an excellent solution to these farmers. We came up with the right ingredients that are effective in controlling a broad spectrum of vectable crop pests, at the same time being non-toxic to humans and target organisms and that of the environment. We did several prototypes, over 27, and finally we came up with the right formulation that is effective to be used by these farmers. Currently, we've done toxicity analysis. We've gone for EPA certification. It has been approved and certified, and now we are planning on going on large-scale production.
The Enigia Bar pesticide team told us about the invention last year, and we took steps to evaluate to see whether the invention could be protected under any intellectual property regime. And then when we realized that it was protectable, we applied for patent protection at the African Regional Intellectual Property Organization. Once done with that, we are taking steps to seek investors to invest in the technology and the company they have established, Emonjoy. And so we contacted the Ghana Research and Industry Collaborative to support us in getting investors for the technology and the business.
at M1Joy, we are currently seeking investment and partnerships with NGOs, export-oriented vegetable farmers, amongst other investors, to help us scale our products and make it commercial. At M1Joy, we believe that with the right partnerships and investment, we at M1Joy can lead the next wave of sustainable agriculture in Ghana and beyond.
With this solution, it will help farmers to control pests and disease without relying on synthetic agrochemicals anymore. And then we, the Ghanaians, will get chemical-free vegetables in Ghana here to consume. And export-oriented farmers will be able to also meet the international market demands.
In Ghana's western region, poultry farmers are cutting feed costs by up to 20% using recycled egg and snail shells as a calcium source. Affordable, sustainable, and farmer approved.
This morning we are looking at simple but effective way of converting eggshells and snail shells into viable product for poultry use. Eggshell and snail shell contains appreciable amount of calcium and phosphorus, and these can easily be converted into a viable use for poultry farmers. Now, most of these products are discarded, and then they create environmental pollution, of which we are trying to solve these by collecting them and then converting them into a product that will be useful to poultry farmers. We have been able to do the mineral analysis, and we have found that it contains high levels of calcium and some appreciable amount of phosphorus. This can effectively replace monocalcium phosphate, calcium phosphate, and limestone. And these products will be made available because the raw materials are easily accessible and they create environmental issues, which we can just collect them, clean, sterilize, and then ground them into a powder for use in poultry diets. We are able to develop the products in the lab, and now we need partnerships to be able to bring this product onto the market. So the partnership should include people who are ready to uptake the research idea, those innovators who will want consultancy in all the value chain activities involved in the conversion of this product into viable supplement for animals, or partnerships that will help us to be able to sell this idea to farmers to be able to help reduce their cost of feed and improve their profitability.
Aflasaid, a proven biocontrol product, dramatically reduces aflatoxin contamination in crops. The opportunity, manufactured and distributed right here in Ghana, improving food safety while tapping into a growing market.
Aflasafe is a biocontrol product that has been developed by the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in partnership with the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture and the United States Department of Agriculture, and in collaboration with other national partners, including farmers in Ghana. Two main products have been developed, and those have been tested, Aflasafe GH01, Aflasafe GH02. These have been developed and evaluated across various agroecological zones, on farmers' fields, in multiple seasons in Ghana. The validation studies show very good results of 80% aflatoxin reduction to up to 100% reductions, leading to production of aflatoxin-safe commodities that meet both domestic and international trade standards. Aflasafe is applied by hand broadcasting at a rate of 10 kilograms per hectare or 4 kilograms per acre on maize, groundnut, or sorghum crops at the stage of crop development, when the crop is about 2 to 3 weeks to tasseling, flowering, or booting stage. Currently, the two products have been fully registered by the Environmental Protection Agency in Ghana, and it's being used by farmers. But the product is not available, it's not manufactured in Ghana. So we are looking for a manufacturing and a distribution partner who will take up the responsibility of manufacturing the product here in Ghana. The main substrate for product manufacturing is sorghum grains, and sorghum is readily available. The cost of the product will drastically reduce. It will improve the availability of the product, and it will also result in farmers purchasing the product and growing crops that meet the safe standards for consumption and also for export.
These innovations are ready to grow, and with the right partners, they can change industries. GRIC is your bridge from research to market. The time to invest is now. Join us in turning innovation into impact.